Picture this. It's a lovely Sunday morning, and you rise from your bed, do some stretching, and open your window to a gorgeous day with clear skies. But hold up, something's odd here. The usually jam-packed street is completely deserted. Where did everyone go? You take a closer look, and to your surprise, you realize that you're the only soul on this planet. What's your next move? Let's get real here. The answer to that question is simple. You can do anything and everything that your heart desires. The world is your playground, and you can create your own adventure. Want to drive a sports car at lightning speed on the freeway? Go ahead, because there's no traffic to hold you back. Feel like playing a round of golf from the top of a skyscraper? Why not? Who cares if you end up breaking a window or two with your golf ball? Have you always dreamed of living in a massive mansion? Guess what? Now you can. You have a world of possibilities in front of you, and nothing can stop you from experiencing them all. Okay, so you've had your fill of all the excitement and thrill, and you're now starting to ponder on the question of what's next. Maybe it's time to get down to business and figure out the reason behind the world's sudden emptiness. Could there be anyone else out there? What if you're not the only one left? You might start searching the city, and even venture beyond its limits. But the world is a big place, and you might not come across another living soul. That thought alone can be a bit terrifying, right? So let's move on to more important matters, such as how you're going to survive in this desolate wasteland that's now your kingdom. It's time to face reality and plan out your next steps to ensure that you can make it through this situation, no matter what. The first thing on your to-do list is finding food and clean water. Of course, you'll have a good supply of both for some time, but perishable items such as fruits and vegetables won't last forever, so it's best to consume them first before they go bad. After all, there's nobody operating the power stations that power the refrigeration units in grocery stores, so they will inevitably shut down. Speaking of which, you also need to consider your water source. In the initial stages, try to scavenge every single bottle of water you can find from the nearby stores and bring them back to your sanctuary. But, unfortunately, you'll eventually run out of bottled water, and you'll have to come up with a way to filter your water supply. This will be a vital task to ensure your survival in the long run. Think of laying your hands on a portable water filter like this one. With that, you will be able to take water from any source, be it a river or even a hole you dug up yourself, and drink it in no time after it's been cleansed in this bottle. So you've indulged in all the perishable food items you had stocked up on for days, weeks, or maybe even months. Now it's time to start thinking about the future and your long-term food supplies. Since there's no electricity to keep your fridge and freezer running, you're going to have to rely on non-perishable food items such as rice, beans, and canned goods. These will be your trusty companions in your quest for survival. However, as time passes, you'll need to think about sustainable food sources, and that's where farming skills come into play. You should start learning how to grow your own food before your stocks run out completely. Let's talk about medical supplies. They're a crucial aspect of surviving in a world where there's no one to turn to for medical assistance. Your best bet is to raid as many pharmacies as you can find and stock up on future supplies to prepare for any potential emergencies. It's essential to be extra careful too, since there won't be any doctors around to help you out if you sustain serious injuries. When you're the last human on Earth, you're going to need to learn a whole bunch of survival skills if you want to keep on keeping on. I'm talking hunting, first aid, cooking, and plenty more. It's not just about farming and filtering water, although those are important too. Right now you're probably relying on a bunch of other people, without even realizing it. But in this new world, you're going to have to fend for yourself. The good news is that you've got all the time in the world to learn new things and expand your knowledge. Remember those libraries and bookstores you used to walk past without a second glance? Now they're your ticket to becoming the ultimate survival expert. And yeah, you won't have the internet to help you out, but you'll learn to do things the old-fashioned way. You might also want to have some survival gear with you at all times. You may get in all sorts of trouble with nobody to help you but yourself. So having a hiking toolbox like this one could be a lifesaver. It has everything you need to find your way and stay warm and safe even in the wild, not to mention the city. As much as you may enjoy the solitude, you're going to need some sort of companionship eventually. Sure, you could get yourself a pet or two, or even build your own personal zoo if you're feeling ambitious. But be careful. You don't want to get eaten by a pack of wolves or lions, do you? Maybe just stick with a dog or a cat, or perhaps a bird that can mimic your voice so you can pretend you're having a conversation. Either way, you're gonna need some sort of connection with another living being, so start thinking about your options. So, you've got this whole world to yourself, right? And you can live in any mansion, palace, or hotel you want. Sounds great, doesn't it? But let's be real here. Living in luxury all the time can get old fast. Plus, these buildings will start to crumble and fall apart if there's nobody to take care of them. Maybe run away from the city altogether then. You can go anywhere. The world is your oyster. But before you start packing your bags, remember that you need to find a way to get there. The problem is that all the cars and trucks will be useless because their fuel will go bad after a few years. So, you might want to choose a place to settle down for good. And in my opinion, it's probably a good idea to avoid places with extreme weather conditions. I mean, dealing with a hurricane, blizzard, or tornado all by yourself doesn't sound like a walk in the park. Don't forget about the clothes. Yeah, I know, you can totally raid all the stores and try on all the funky outfits or dress like a celebrity for a while. But let's get real. You're gonna need clothes that will actually help you survive. So make sure you have something for every season, and keep plenty of warm clothes and blankets around. An emergency blanket may come in handy as well. Stock up on these just in case. It doesn't take much space and can save your life. Even if you move to a place where it's hot all the time, it can still get chilly at night, so you gotta be prepared. Hey, I know talking about being the only human left on Earth can be a total bummer. So let's switch to the brighter side of things. With nobody around, you can find all kinds of ways to entertain yourself. Sure, survival skills are important, but you can also learn new hobbies and get creative. Imagine learning to draw, make sculptures, or write your own book. You could be the next Stephen King, except without any competition. What would you call your masterpiece? The Lone Survivor? The Ultimate Survival Guide? The possibilities are endless. Just don't forget to keep talking to yourself or your pet parrot so you don't forget how to use your own voice.
That's it for today. So hey, if you pacified your curiosity, then give the video a like and share it with your friends. Or if you want more, just click on these videos and stay on the bright side.